Engstrom, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. This plant has been there since 1948, and they've pretty much enjoyed success since. It wasn't until the 1990s that things didn't go smoothly when they started to incorporate new technology. So I know for my business, I kind of relate to that because we had some new technology put in place, and it was a total wreck. So many customers, they were irritated because now that this new plan was in place, it just, the manager at the time wasn't sophisticated enough to kind of deal with the problems that rose with this change. So he ended up kind of quitting. Customers were alienated, they were irritated, and it just wasn't looking good for Ekstrom at that time. So that's eventually, the other guy who was working there, he resigned, and that's when Ron Bent was hired to attempt this turnaround. Ron Bent believed in incentive programs and wanted to establish one at the plant, and he experienced an incentive plan to reward individuals for their performance, but it did not go very well. So the union, at that time, the union always figured out a way to beat that rate. So he knew that that wasn't the right way to go. He felt a Scanlon plan was the best way to go for Engstrom. He did not want many incentive plans for Engstrom since it was too small of a company and it wouldn't be able to really handle multiple incentive plans. He began to work with his management team on the Scanlon concept and posted information about Scanlon on the bulletin boards. He communicated tad bits of what they were planning to do with the employees, not leaving them in the dark. He even organized a trip for a group of workers to visit another plant that implemented Scanlon. So this trip, to the other plant went well because these guys came back to their plant and was enthused about this Scanlon. So he made the announcement about adopting this plan to the workers, and in 1999 it was presented to all employees and management, and they voted. 81% of them voted that they wanted the Scanlon bonus plan agreement. One of the agreements was labor savings would be split 75% to employees, 25% to the company. Who would want to, disagree on that, right? So basically, they wanted to motivate the employees to excel, not just to perform poorly. They came to an agreement for a fair ratio, which was set at 38.0%. So the type of leadership skills that I saw, at least in Rob Bent, was he inspired the vision for the plant. He had a vision of the Scanlon, plan to be implemented in the program, which kind of turned things around, right? So he's thinking, well, let's get this program in place for our employees. Let's credit their hard work. And so he went off of previous learning experiences, which helped shape the way for the Scanlon plan to be established. He enabled others to act by organizing a field trip to another plant to connect with others and learn about the Scanlon plan and how it works. This plan worked because they came back feeling confident about it. He also encouraged the heart by giving these bonuses to the employees and rewarding those who excel in their performance. He had great communication with the rest of his management team and the employees by posting the Scanlon info to the bulletin for them to see. Many times people get frustrated when they're left in the dark and they don't know what's going on. So he definitely was a team player, despite the frustration and the pressure that he was feeling. He didn't cave in. Also, Haley, she also showed great communication and built good relationships with the employees. This helps to know what they're feeling and what the mood is in the workplace. It helps management know what actions to take and how they can improve on the processes or kind of building up their team.